Hi everyone. Today's video is going to be about me heading over to the senior center for what they are calling a learning lunch, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I will see you guys over at the senior center. I'm here at the senior center and I am here for the lunch, working lunch, learning lunch, and we're going to be talking about wintertime flu, colds, and how to prevent it, and so I'm looking forward to this. These are the notes that were provided to us at the senior center today. So screenshot them and
what works
yes.
before they started introducing all this other mess to us. So,
where that music back there?
oh, where is it?
I don't know, it's kind of over here.
Yeah. If you want to take any antibiotics, because it's not going to do any good, you're just putting more useless things into your body. It's just more work on your kidneys, more work on your liver for something that's not going to help you at all. That's the bad thing. So when you feel a cold coming on, there's two types of colds. You have a heat cold and you have a cold cold. And a lot of people don't realize that. So when you have a heat cold is when you're going to have like a sore throat and you have a fever. When that happens, that's when, of course, you know, it's common sense. You just want to cool yourself off. You want to stay away from fried foods. You don't want to eat like that. And when you have a cold, that's when you have the runny nose and the chills, and that's the more common that we get around here. And that's whenever you want to try to eat as much soup and warm things. You don't want to eat anything raw. You don't want your body to have to work harder. No fried foods. You want to wrap yourself up as much as you can and make yourself sweat. You, like I said, go back to grandma. They wrap us up like a little papoose and stick us on the couch. And we'd be mad as heck. But we felt better in 2 hours because we broke a sweat. You want to get that out of your body. That's what the sweat's doing.
Is it okay to gargle with warm salt water?
Oh yes, always. Warm salt water is one of your best medicines. You gargle that for your sore throat. You want to gargle that if you have a bad tooth. You want to gargle that for anything going on in your mouth because it's antimicrobial and it soothes it. It soothes it. Yes, definitely. I've got that in here. Sorry, these readers off and on. I can see this and then I can't see y'all. But we understand. It's just what happens. I wish I could fix that. So when you have a cold, you kind of want to feed that, and you want to have like teas are really, really good. Ginger tea and cinnamon tea. You can do it together. It's really good. So if you don't have things at home, like you don't have tea bags and ginger, you can get your ground that's cayenne. Where's my cinnamon? I didn't bring it. But you can take your cinnamon, and I do this at home, and that's why I brought it to show you the clove to make your clove tea, because most people don't have clove tea bags. You can't get it, and clove is so good for so many things. But you can get a little coffee filter, and you'll take like a teaspoon to a tablespoon and put it in there, and just like you would with a tea bag, you're just going to twist it, and you'll just make your little tea. So you can do that for your ground cinnamon if you're at home and you're like, I'm sick and I can't get out, but I got ground cinnamon in the cabinet. Use that. Don't worry about getting fresh cinnamon sticks. That's fine. But you want to feed it. You want to feed it with some hot ginger tea and cinnamon tea as much as you can. You want soup, really, really warm soup. And when you have a heat cold, so when you have your sore throat and you just feel like, and you just yuck, that's when you're going to want your teas to be like mint, because that's going to soothe the throat. It's going to calm everything down in your central nervous system. You can also add to that pear tea. Is very healing. Just take a pear and cut it up into small slices or little chunks. Boil it. Maybe 2 cups of water, maybe 3. Boil it in there. Let it boil about 5 minutes. Strain it. Keep the fruit. Drink your tea throughout the day and eat that fruit, because boiling that has brought out the medicine in it, and that's also going to help you. It's going to make you feel a lot better. Those are great things for that. And for a cough or a sore throat, the same thing. The pear tea is amazing. You definitely want to do that. It's so good. And eat as much fruit as you can. Whatever's in season, wherever you're at, when you get a cold, even if it's just apples and pears, because we usually always have those here, at least in the stores. That's really, really good for you. Now, I have written down here, and I have to keep this at home. It's a cough syrup that I make. And you want to get local raw honey. Here in Alvin, I would go like to Froberg's. You want local, because it has local bees here that's going to have all of your local allergens that's going to affect you. So taking your local honey, and you can probably also get bee pollen here now. That's really good if you can get it at Froberg's, because that's little bitty tiny granules. You can take about a spoonful. You can mix it in your yogurt. That's going to help you if you have really bad allergies. Let's see what
When you
else.
say layer honey and onion, what do you mean?
Okay, so when it gets, you can get a jar as small as this, or if you want to make a big one, because it's only good for about 3 days. I make it keep in the pantry, and I do it for a year, but I do it with honey and garlic, and a lot of people can't handle the garlic because it is really strong. But onion and garlic are your best antibiotics that you're going to find out of nature. So you could also do it with honey, onion, and garlic. You could do all three in this, but you'll layer. You just put a little layer of honey and then diced onions, and then a layer of honey and then diced onions, and then a layer of honey, and then it'll all melt. And you just let it sit for about 8 hours. Usually, if I wake up that morning and I feel bad, I'll make it that morning so it's ready before I go to bed. You can take like 2 tablespoons of that, and it'll
So
help.
does it become liquid or is it
It's
still thick?
yes. Once it sits and it sits for that 8 hours, those onions are going to secrete all the medicine out of it. So then you can take this, and if you have cheesecloth or if you cut the onions big enough, you can just strain it through a regular strainer. And you want to strain your onions out.
Okay.
And you take 2 tablespoons after it's 8 to 12 hours. The longer, the better to let it sit. But you can put it, and I wrote that down in here, you can put it in the fridge for 2 to 3 days.
And it's 2 tablespoons?
Yes. Yeah, you can take up to 2 tablespoons. You can't take too much.
No, that's fine.
It's honey and onions, you can drink the whole thing if you feel that bad.
You're talking about raw onion, right?
Yes, raw onions, yes, raw onions. And the same with raw garlic, the fresh garlic. You can do that with honey and just garlic, and then you have a really good antibiotic when you do that. But that you don't have to refrigerate. That I make, and I do the same thing. I layer the honey and the garlic. I put the jar upside down in my pantry in the dark. It stays in there for about 4 months.
Wow.
I start making it in the summer, and then it's ready when winter, and I just let it sit.
Okay.
And I eat the garlic. I'll even eat the garlic out of it.
Question, do you slice your garlic or do you do whole cloves?
You want to at least cut it in half because it doesn't let everything out. If you put it in there solid, it still has that film barrier on it. It'll hold most of the medicine in there. So you want to at least slice it in half.
And once you open something like that, do you have to refrigerate it? Or can you-
Not with the garlic. With the
Okay.
onion, you do.
Okay.
There's something about the garlic that keeps, the garlic's a really good antimicrobial, so it kills bacteria. Honey is also an amazing antimicrobial. If you get a cut or a sore or a wound, back in the day, they'd slap honey on it. That's what you have. It'll heal a wound so fast. Honey will. Honey is amazing, amazing, amazing. But I usually make like the, what is it, the 16-ounce mason jars. That's how good, when I make the medicine, I make it about that. But for the average person, for y'all, this size will probably be good.
Along with the event at the senior center, I also got a food bank haul. So let's get into the food bank haul. Let me show you what I got. We're going to start off with the Clorox bleach. This is not the bleach that you use in your clothes. Instead, it is performance bleach, which you dilute and use it on countertops and things like that. So I got a gallon of that. Then I also got garlic nut, hand-tied bread, garlic nuts, and these are, they're not frozen, they are thawed out, which is fine. Blackberry cobbler, which is frozen, it's going to go into the freezer, and I'll use that at the senior center. I'll take it for a meat for the breakfast group. This is I'm told it's a chicken salad. So, hold on, let me get my readers on. Give me a second. Hold on, give me a second. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's look and see what this is. This is a rotisserie chicken salad medium, and it is $11.99, generally at HEB, and it's a little over a pound. It's 11.2 pounds. It's 1.2 pounds. Then this is a meal made simple, and it is some kind of a chicken. It's covered up with the tag. And let me see if it says what it is on the back. No, just the heating instructions. So it's a kind of a pasta chicken meal, frozen. Let me keep going in here. Soba bread. Two bags of hamburger buns. 2 bags of hamburger buns. I'm hoping you can see all of this. Let me, there we go. Okay, so got 2 bags of hamburger buns, soba bread, and a thing of white bread. And that's the bread each of us got. I'm gonna put all the bread off to the side. Okay, all of this goes into the freezer. Got a bag of snacks. I'm holding the snacks back because I have stockings for my family that I fill every year at Christmas time. And so the candies and the snacks are gonna go into that. So we got a large Reese's peanut butter cup. This is risotto. Okay. It looks like it's got everything in it for a side. So I'm gonna look at it and see how you cook it, how you make it. A bag of medium grain rice. A Kit Kat. 1, 2, 3. This one is empty, so I'm going to toss it. Somehow it got busted, or maybe no raisins got in it. But that one was empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packages of raisins. We got some pumpkin pie spice. This is going to be great. I was looking for pumpkin pie spice. And then it looks like maybe a pound of beans, pinto beans. So we got that. I opened this up and busted it open, so it's not going to be any good to use again. Next bag. This one I can get open without busting it. All right. Mac and cheese. Pineapple slices. No sugar added. All right. Chicken, tuna. I can always use tuna. It looks like chicken and rice soup. Corn. 2 cans of tuna. So that's what's in the canned goods section. And one more item, no, several more items we got. So let me take these and put them off to the side. Okay. Five pounds of drumsticks. So this is chicken drumsticks. It's going straight into the freezer just like it is until I get ready to semi-thaw it out and divide it up. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to put it in the freezer until I can get to it this weekend. All right. The last 2 items. All butter croissants. And corn flour mix blend tortillas. And that's the food bank haul for today. I say it came out pretty good. Now I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I will tell you, all right? I am going to take, for sure, I'm going to take the blueberry cobbler up to the senior center. The croissants will go up to the senior center for the breakfast. The garlic knots, I'm going to hang on to that for Christmas. That would be a great, easy Christmas meal prep for my family. I'm going to keep the pasta, the chicken salad, I'm going to keep for myself. And this dish, I'm going to keep for myself. It's quick, easy, and simple to make. I know it's not on my eating plan, but it's an easy meal for me. Mac and cheese is going to go up to the senior center as well. The medium grain rice is going to go to the senior center. The pinto beans is going there. And I'm going to hold on to the raisins because I have a meal that I'm going to prepare for the senior center using the raisins and the oatmeal that I got from I'm going to make cinnamon oatmeal cinnamon. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to use walnuts that I got from the food bank. I'm going to use raisins in it. I'm going to make oatmeal. I'm going to use walnut, raisin, cinnamon, and we're going to make a hearty oatmeal for breakfast up there. I'm going to keep the pineapple slices because I'm going to make something for the senior center using pineapple. Chicken with rice is going to go to the senior center. Whole kernel corn, senior center. I'm going to keep the chicken, the tuna, I'm going to keep. The risotto, it's going to the senior center. These two will be in Christmas stockings. And the bread is going to go to the senior center. So, I do have quite a bit of things that are going to go to the senior center. It's going to be the covered dinner, lunches. Some of this stuff is going to be used for that. So that's the plans that I have for this, okay? I hope that's helpful to you. Hello, good evening, everyone. Well, it's the end of the day today, and Chico and I want to thank you for spending the day with us today. We were at the senior center to start off with a learning lunch, and you got to see part of the show. My arm got tired from holding the phone. I forgot my tripod. And so I'm going to include in here the pictures that I took of her notes so that you'll have the information, and I'm going to include it in this video. I'm going to attach it to the video so that you can see her notes and see everything that she went over. Chico, he smells my breath like crazy, and he's trying to figure out what I've been eating. And so I really appreciate y'all coming along with me today and along with me at the food for the food bank. My neighbor took me to the senior center today, took me home, and then went to the food bank for herself, her in-laws, and then me, and picked up for me. And I appreciate her more than you know for doing those things for me. And I want to thank you all for showing up for me, understanding that I needed a little time to kind of get everything worked out. I did find out that the new insurance company will not be covering my Verta plan. And so I am looking for ways that maybe they will be able to cover it. I introduced them to the Verta plan and asked them to consider it as partnership with Verta. My new insurance plan is United Healthcare, and see if they will partner with Verta to supply that with everyone. We'll see if it goes through. Another thing is that Verta, the doctor at Verta, can request that I be covered, and we'll see if they'll pay for it. Otherwise, I'm losing the program come January 1st. which is, it's disappointing, but it's also, I could pay for it out of pocket, which is $180 a month. I can't afford that. If I had the $180 a month, I could afford to have paid for the insurance to keep it on. But I can't. So it looks like I might be losing the Virta, but still continue because I got the information. She goes, stop. Stop licking my face. I don't like my face licked. Okay? I love the information. I have it. And so I'm going to continue with the program. It's just, I'm not going to have them. I'm going to monitor my own. I'm going to monitor my own ketones and glucose instead of a doctor monitoring it every day. I'm not going to have a coach. I'm not going to have access to all of the information that is online. It's going to all shut down come January 1st unless something happens. And so it is what it is. We'll move on. I was upset over it, depressed over it for a little bit. But you know what? I got the information, okay? It's really up to me if I want to keep going or not, okay? And so I've been on it for a year, a little over a year. And I think I have the concept down. So moving forward is going to be up to me. So I hope you follow along with me on this journey as I go through the process of ending my time with Virta and being on my own. I want to thank you for showing up today. But above all, I want you to be blessed because you all bless me each and every day just by showing up. I am so blessed. I could get upset over it. I could, cry and do all kinds of things over it. Look, stop licking my face. Now I gotta go wash my face, Chico. Now I gotta go wash my face. I could do all that, but I'm not. I'm not gonna dwell on it. I'm just gonna move on, okay? I will see you all in my next video. I'm fighting for my rights to have access to this program if I can, all right? I'm doing my best, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I will just talk to my doctor and see what we can do about continuing with the test strips and things like that for the monitor that I have. And let's see if I can get them outside of the Virta program for this particular monitor so that I can continue to at least write it down in a blog and my doctor will have access to it. All right. Or I can, I can take a look at it. All right. Anyway, I will see you all in my next video. Y'all be blessed.